Hey, buddy.
Hey, Kelley.
Good morning.
Morning, dude.
Good chilly morning.
Yeah.
We're getting a morning time of winter. It'll be spring by the afternoon, but got a good 6 hours of real cold weather.
I woke up when it was 32
Mm-hmm.
and went back to sleep. And then we had wrapped plants. I have this jacket on, and I stepped outside. And I was like, this is 32.
No.
Which my phone is already 40.
Yeah.
All right.
It was funny because Ash actually sent me something like yesterday or the day before talking about the cold front coming through, like just to kind of hype me up because I've been real bummed that it's been so warm. And I looked at it, and this really wasn't on my radar a couple days ago, but then I looked at the forecast or whatever, and it was like, yeah, it's gonna get like cold for 6 hours ish, and then it'll be back to normal.
Yeah.
But the thing she sent me was on Instagram. I was like, super serious, prepare for freeze in Austin, and I'm like, bruh, whatever. But I mean, still, I'll take what I can get at this point, and it was definitely like I intended to get up and like get out and about when it was that cold, but it was definitely one of those mornings I woke up and it's like cold enough in the house to where like I was completely cocooned in all my blankets, and I was just so comfortable, and I was just like, we're gonna rock with this for a while.
Yeah.
So I did that.
That's what it's kind of the opposite. So when I woke up in the morning and got out of bed, the tiles were cold.
Mm-hmm.
But then like walking down the hallway to the kitchen, because I always go like into the kitchen and see if there's rabbits in the back. Just leave the backyard. And the heater is doing its job, so it's like super toasty.
Yeah.
Like, must be cold outside. It's so toasty in here.
No, the heater has not come on for this cold stint here.
Yeah.
And it probably won't, because if it was going to stay cold for like a day more, then yeah, it'd probably kick on. Because I think last I saw we were like 58 or 59 in here.
Mm-hmm.
Which, usually if it dips below 60 and stays there for too long, that's when we'll really kick it on. But I don't think we'll need to.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a sunny day. And this room is going to warm up here soon as the sun gets to about, and I'm pointing out the window to all the listeners to where the sun needs to be to start warming up the room. But even within all this talk, Nathan you just took off your jacket, so...
Psychosomatically, just talking about it and warming up, getting toasty.
Yeah.
The blinds up in the tree. The tree in the windowsill is very nice.
Yeah, I had to move it because I had that other table thing right here, and Jeremy hasn't liked that being there. So I had to take it down, and I had to move some stuff, so I moved the tree over there. I don't know, I'm trying to figure out, like, am I not doing the tree right, or does like the tree just kind of go through some phases, because it's definitely lost some of its leaves, and some of them are looking a little droopy, and I don't think I've ever let it like just completely dry out or whatever. And I don't know if with it sitting over on this other table, if it wasn't getting enough sunlight, or I don't know exactly how much light it needs, so I don't know, we're gonna see what happens.
I think with the plants is as long as you're consistent, they'll bounce back to whatever level of whatever you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So consistent with the sunlight, consistent with the watering. And definitely some plants do go through phases. When I got my baby Buddha, Ash got another plant that it was like right before it was supposed to be winter.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, the leaves will fall off, but once it gets sunny and warm again, the leaves will come back. And we got it, we were watering it was fine. It got a little bit cold, and all the leaves fell off, and Ash was like, I killed it. And I was like, they said this would happen. And then it's been so warm, it's been like another spring, or like an early spring or whatever, that it is fully leaved up right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if leaves fall off, because it is by a window, and it did get colder.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm coming up on a year of having that little tree.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty good for me for keeping a plant alive for that long.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. Hopefully it stays doing its thing, and I don't neglect it too much.
I think it was good.
Yeah. It's a fun little tree. One thing I do want to bring up before I forget, I want to send a huge shout out and thank you to one of our listeners of the podcast.
Oh.
Suzanne actually sent a Christmas present for me home with Jeremy when he just went, because he forgot to bring it home during Christmas when he went out to see it. And apparently, from listening to us chat on this podcast and hearing me talk and rave about Magic Candle Company's Wilderness Resort candles, she got me one of these candles for Christmas.
Sweet.
And I got it yesterday because Jerry got home yesterday, and I've been burning it since yesterday, and it's kicking ass. One of the better burning ones I've had in a while. Big old flame right now, which is really nice.
The flame is mesmerizing from here.
I can't, like, I literally will sit here and just stare at it and listen to it, because it, like, because of the wood wick, it, like, crackles and stuff.
Yeah. And
I just think it's the greatest smell there is.
Visually, the wick is so wide that it is mesmerizing.
Yeah, it's maybe it's more than half an inch wide. I don't know if it's 3/4.
I mean, for me, like, from this perspective, it's right over the microphone.
Yeah. Oh, that must be pretty sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, just wanted to send a big, big thank you and all my love for this candle. Really appreciate it. And yeah. Magic Candle Company, if you're listening, we can be sponsors for. You can be a sponsor for us.
Oh yeah, Kelley definitely legitimately loves it.
Like, it was funny because over the past week, I did clean up this room a bit, and I cleaned up my desk a bit because it was just getting a little out of hand. Mm-hmm. And one of the things on the desk that I had is this foil tint thing that I've had sitting here, because I use this on these exact candles, because sometimes you gotta give it a little help so it burns fully, and, like, you don't get that, like, tunneling effect where there's still wax on the side that's not melting, but you're burning down too deep into it. And I just decided to throw it away because I was like, well, I'm probably not going to get any more of these candles for a while, because they're, again, not the cheapest candles in the world. They're not stupid expensive. Like, I've definitely seen, like, $80, $90, like, candles of that size. Mm-hmm. So it's nothing like that, but still, it's not something that I can just stock up on and just regularly burn candles.
It's not a ATV $8 sugar tortilla.
Yeah, no. But you can definitely smell the difference. Like, it's orders of magnitude better. But I had just thrown this away, but then this showed up yesterday, and I was like, well, hell, I don't think I've taken that trash out, so I pulled this out of the trash, and I'm going to give it another run. And I might end up buying some more now, because just to kind of segue into another thing I wanted to bring up, I did go to Houston, not this past week, the week before, but we haven't done this for a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. And went to Houston for work, and it was a pretty good trip. I got some pretty cool news that I got a promotion, even though it's really just a title adjustment. I'd already been doing the work.
Yeah. But
then they finally decided to, like, shift, like, my title and my compensation to adjust.
When you say title, people might think you're not getting compensated as you should.
No, this was a, like, I told y'all about it already, and I quoted some numbers. I still hadn't gotten the exact numbers, but it was even bigger than the high range of what I told y'all, and it's significant, and I'm a little in shock about it, just because it does change the game for me in a lot of ways. Yeah. And it also fills me with just massive amounts of anxiety, because, like, now I really got to do good at my job to, like, earn what I'm being given. So, but regardless, I now, if I really just wanted to, I could burn those candles all the time. I mean, that would be irresponsible, and I have other things I want to do with the new money that I'm going to be having, but I definitely could, and it wouldn't really do much to me. Mm-hmm. So I might get some more just to treat myself. Plus, on top of the promotion I got, I did win a different award, and which apparently is coming with, like, $1,000 gift card.
I was going to say, is the award in the room with us now?
I got a little certificate for it. I don't know where I put it. It's in here though.
Also, please help me remember to bring the trophy in. Because it's just been in the car.
The what?
The trophy.
Oh. Yeah, you can't let that thing stay out there. Yeah, this is the certificate I got for... Oh my goodness. I have too much crap. And I don't know, it's... This wasn't like a performance-based thing. It was like an award. Like, we have core values as a company, and they gave an award for someone who showed or lives this core value, whatever.
Exemplified.
There's the word I was looking for. And I won one of them. There's like 4 of them.
And the one you won is?
Be determined.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I don't know. It's just, I'm just excited because it comes with just extra money. So I'm going to have that gift card here soon to play with. I knew it was going to take some time to get it to me because I think there's an actual physical award too going to be mailed to me as well, other than that certificate. But I think there's an engraving thing had to happen. And then I know the person that handles all that stuff, this past week that just finished, we were all in office or doing our work, but I know the person handling that stuff, she was out of office all week. She took a vacation because like she's like the company executive assistant, and she was the one that like had to put together the entire Houston event, which was like she'd been working on for 9 months, and that was like her super stress thing because I mean it's one person managing 150, 200 people's travel to a location and hotel stuff and cater. Like it's just it's wild how much she can do, like what she does, because she's very, very good at her job. I'm pretty sure I've talked about her in the past because of other things, but.
Well, I also seem to remember you dominating a certain Thanksgiving turkey cookie exercise and only getting that award, like.
Well, that wasn't her. That was someone else that did that, and
Okay.
So that's nothing on her. But
sometimes these things take time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it was a pretty cool trip to Houston for me for working wise, but work's gonna be really difficult and hard and a lot of stuff to do for pretty much this whole year. Next year will slow down for me, but
I have a highlight from your Houston trip.
But
when we saw you after you came back, and your voice.
Oh. Oh man, I wish it didn't heal. I really liked where it was at because I was able to hit like a whole octave lower than I normally could, and I've always wanted to get to those super low range.
I'm not sick, you guys.
Y'all definitely thought I was sick, and I knew like
hey,
y'all were gonna think I was.
Hey,
what?
Who was on your side?
You were for sure. I mean, you gave me crap about it, but then you did come around to be on my side about it. Mm-hmm. Ash was the one that was mostly giving me crap about it, but I like to think that she understands that like if I actually thought there was a chance I was sick, I would tell her before we see each other in person, because that's just the respect level is high enough for that.
When you started describing that it was because you were, I say karaoke, but I
it was a dueling pianos thing,
okay. Yeah.
but like they were encouraging it to be like a sing along as well.
Yeah, and you were like, I was drinking and I was smoking cigarettes, and I was like, I'm on his side. We've all been there.
No, I mean, I was getting into it, trying to have some fun, and it was a fun time. That was a pretty good little time, and it definitely messed. Like after that thing ended, like everybody pretty much congregated in the hotel bar, and I was sitting with. I mean, I guess because one thing also because of I guess my promotion, my now like I was reporting to, she would have been my boss, but now like I'm reporting to the next level up, so I guess she's not technically my boss, although she still does a lot of boss things for me. I don't know, it's a whole thing, but she and I were sitting together at the bar and we were talking, and a bunch of other people were like about to go out and find another bar, like out and about to go do stuff. and her and I were like, no, y'all go do it. We're staying in. And typically she'd be one to go out and do it, but she had been going at the level that I was too, and her voice was pretty messed up as well. And we were both sitting there like just talking, and we were just all raspy and stuff. I was like, I hope we'll have a voice tomorrow. And she's like, yeah, I have a presentation I have to do tomorrow. That was really funny.
Yeah, those are good times. I know you got to experience Vegas with us at least once, but like every time that we went to Vegas at that other company was a great time. And I know that you know a guy named Matt. Yeah, he would always organize like 20 something of us to go to like different karaoke places, and we'd like close those places down and then get back to like the hotel, which was like a big casino, and people would be like, more. And I remember I had a good buddy there that was like the public sector guy before I came in, and having to like grab our chirping people. It's like, we're going one drink at the bar, then everybody go to your room because you guys are just getting belligerent. And some of these people actually work at the same company as us, so chill out.
Yeah, definitely. I remember that, but at that other company, when I was there, I guess I just hadn't had the relationships built up enough to really get into it all. But like here, and also I think just the culture here at this company I'm at now, and just the relationship we have with everyone, it's a lot tighter because it is a smaller company than the previous one, so much more tight knit group. But yeah, it was a good time. Something else I'll say that I did there on that trip, like they did a really good job this time about like balancing like work and like enjoyment stuff, and like, but they also did a great job about like making hardly anything was mandatory. Like you could pick and choose what you do when you do like whatever, so it's not like 12 to 14 hours of structured either work or work fun stuff. But one of the optional things that I did go and do, because I ended up doing them all because I wasn't going to just not hang out with everybody, went to this like racing simulator place.
Okay.
Bro, I tell you what, that was so awesome, but also so not great, because, and you know this about me for sure, back in the day I used to could get hyper competitive.
Sure.
And I've done a really good job putting that behind me, and I don't think I'm anywhere near where I was in like years ago. I've really chilled out, and I'm not that competitive. I mean, I'll talk some trash just for fun and whatnot, but it's not like as important as it used to be to me to like win things. But something about that place triggered me, and like it was, I don't know, I ended up taking it way too seriously, and the thing is other people weren't, and the other people were taking it like just pretending like we were in an arcade, and it was like arcade game stuff, and it's like, no, this is like an actual simulator. Like they had a few different levels, but like their big simulator was like almost $100,000 that you'd sit in to like drive. So like these are like real things, like people like train on this stuff, and it was like, you can't just be hitting people, like that's not how you do this. That's not racing. You don't, like, it was like F1 racing.
Okay.
And the whole thing was like, there was like 50 of us there, and we were going through rounds of qualifying to then all like the top 17 would qualify for the like Grand Prix of our company. And then they actually had like legit trophies, like first, second, third place trophies. And I wanted nothing more than just the third place trophy. Like I didn't want to win, like, but I wanted to get on the podium, and I wanted a trophy so bad. And I qualified, and I got in I think I qualified 6th out of the 17 out of the 50 that came. And the Grand Prix starts, And I'm like, I jump into fourth like right away off the start because I had a better start than two other people, and cruising, doing the thing. And the thing is like I was so sore after that thing because like the feedback on the wheel, like you feel everything. It is hard to turn the wheel. Like the whole thing's moving. Like you can feel when you spin your tires, like the back will like get a little squirrely.
That's cool.
You can feel everything in it, and just do my thing, and then all of a sudden, going into one turn, just a dude just careens right into the back of me, and like that was my entire race. Like I was coming up, I was getting close to getting into the third position, so I could get my bronze trophy, and someone else just totally just wasn't even playing the game right, and wrecked me. And then I finished. I ended up recovering, and I finished in 9th, so I got a top 10 finish. But
yeah,
I was so angry. Like it took me a good hour to like come down off of that anger and that rage. But that aside, it was very, very fun. And they do have a place like that here in Austin that I think we should go check out at some point, because I don't think I'll be near as competitive because there won't be a trophy involved. But it's still, it's really cool. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't even remember what the place was called that I went to, or what the place is. Maybe it was called like Velocity Sim Racing or something like that. I don't know. It was a good time. Definitely want to do something like that again. But what was wild is one of the guys that came, because again there was 3 options to do at this time. It was like you could go sim racing, you could go to like this bar and bowling alley kind of like fancy little setup, or Top Golf. And
we did Top
I knew one of the guys that he's like on the development side of things, so side of the company I don't normally talk to. I've talked to this guy a couple times just through stuff, and like we've had multiple just chats like about non-work stuff, and he's from Jamaica, and he's a huge F1 fan, and I've known that, and like anytime we've had conversations, we've talked a lot about Formula One.
Cool.
So I was like, going in, whenever I got the option to like choose which one I win, I was like, I bet that guy's gonna go and do it, and he did. And bro, I tell you, like, he has to, like, I know where he lives. I'm not gonna say it. It's not in Texas, but I mean it's in the U.S. He lives in the U.S. now, but he has to have done a lot of this sim racing, because like he literally broke the record for that place.
Nice.
And they have leagues and like sponsored sim drivers like driving there, and kind of like how like at golf clubs there's like a club professional, like someone who's an actual professional for whatever they do there to like help people out and whatever. This eSim place had like a professional racing driver that was there as like their shop pro. And the guy that I work with, like on the first race, like this pro just like hones in on him, and he's just hanging out with him the whole time because he's watching him, because he's doing stuff that like even the pro is like, I don't know if I could do that. And the whole time, like they have like an announcer who's like announcing what's going on with like the qualifying or the race or whatever, and like the excitement in that their voice talking about how like coming up on like breaking the house record, and he broke it, this and that, and then he apparently got to within like 0.4 of a second of like the ultimate global record of it or whatever. And it eventually, whenever the thing was done and the bus taking the shuttle us all there was going to take us back to the hotel, he ended up staying because the people that ran the place wanted him to break the record, and he was like, I'll just catch an Uber back whenever I'm done. And like we were all leaving, and like all the workers and the pro were like behind him in this $100,000 sim, like driving around. And it was funny because then at dinner a few hours later, I was chatting with a couple other people, and even the CEO came up and we were talking. And I was like, "Yo, you might have to start a race team for our company or sponsor this guy because like he's a legit driver. It was almost out of it could have been in a movie.
Yeah, there's a Gran Turismo movie that was
very similar. That was what was happening with this guy. Like this guy got into this thing and it was just blowing by everybody. Like in the final race, which was a shortened race, the difference between him and second place was like 2 minutes.
Wow.
Which
in racing time 2 seconds
would be considered a lot. So it was just ridiculous, and I knew I was never gonna catch him.
You talking about the staff of the place make me think of that scene in Back to the Future where Marty McFly is on stage doing his thing, and the guy's on the phone like, oh.
Yeah, that's very, very much what I think it was like. Like they offered him a spot on their race league, their sim racing league, right then and there, and the guy was like, "No, I don't live here."
Yeah, I don't live in town.
But that was all really cool. And definitely suggest that we at some point go do some sim driving because it's pretty sweet.
Did you eat anywhere cool? Because you came back with a hat.
I mean, I really like my hat, but the actual food there was not very good. But I didn't expect it to be. 2 of the nights, I guess they had made a deal with the good company that they're kind of like the Papa restaurants, like Papado, Papacito. Multiple of the same company. There's Good Company Barbecue, which is where I got the hat from. And then they have Good Company Cantina, which is a Mexican restaurant that we also went to. And that, honestly, I think the Mexican restaurant was better. It was definitely better than the barbecue place. But the barbecue was okay. They had really good pecan pie, though.
Nice.
I did treat myself to a slice of pie because they had just a table of just slices of pie, and I was like, I want a piece.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, and it was definitely worth it. But another funny thing too from the trip that I just think is hilarious. So one of the nights, it was just supposed to be individual teams get together and go out to dinner and do something together with just your close knit team. So my team has about 10 or 11 of us, I think. And leading up to this, our boss was like, what do y'all want to do? As an outing, where do you want to eat? What do you want to go do as for entertainment? And I guess it's kind of been a running joke for a couple of years now, but it's never actually happened. But we ended up deciding that we were going to take a group trip out to the Buc-ee's in Katy. Because, there's only a couple, on our team, I'm the only one from Texas now. And then most people have never experienced a Buc-ee's. And also, one of the people on our team is a guy that lives in Sweden. And he's Swedish. So
who you covered for before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know him pretty well, and I like him a lot. And he's never seen anything like a Buc-ee's. Even just him flying into Houston, he's just oh. But so when on our team night, first we go out to dinner. I don't know who brought it up or whatever, but I think we ended up going to a Benihana, which was pretty good. And then from there we went to Buc-ee's, and everybody was like, Kelley, isn't this lame or something? I was like, well, I've been there before and I enjoy going there, but this for me, it's I have children and it's Christmas Eve and I'm living through their excitement of things.
Yeah.
I'm I just want to see reactions to this, because if you've never seen anything like it, it is a shock. And we get there and it did not disappoint. Just nice. My big boss was there, my boss was there, Swedish guy was there, and it was a whole just silly thing. And the one in Katy, I think it might be the biggest one.
It's a big one, yeah. It's
massive. I counted the gas pumps and it was over 140.
I think I stop there every time I go to like see my dad for Father's Day. I stop there pretty regularly anytime I go down there. Did they have a strong reaction to the Bucky's beaver just like immediately outside the bronze?
Well, yeah, they were definitely like there was we had to all go down there and take pictures with it for sure. But it's funny because like my big boss, who's now and always when I say big boss, it's like my boss's boss or like just the next level.
I love that you call him that because it's like you must defeat him.
Well, it's a her actually.
You must defeat her.
My boss and my big boss are women, and
mine too.
Bro, I love working for women more than men.
Yeah,
like, they've been the best bosses ever,
like,
just in every way.
I think it's good for the culture.
But anyway, she's been to Bucky's before, my big boss, and she loves beaver nuggets. And she literally, like, whenever this all got planned before we went out, she legit, like, brought an entire empty suitcase just to take back beaver nuggets and other stuff back to... She lives in New England.
I love the idea of a suitcase and going through, like, hey, TSA just pulls you aside.
Yeah.
What are all these individual bags?
She ended up getting, like, 12 bags of beaver nuggets. Like, she was pushing around a cart just full of beaver nuggets and just... getting everybody was just and another thing too about the trip, because just taking people to Bucky's doesn't really cost money, and we had like a budget, so we each got like a gift card to Bucky's, so nice. we could buy whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
And just another dumb running joke that's been going on for a few years now with our specific team. Like, it is pretty well known that our team is the coolest team in the company. Like, other teams wish they were part of us.
Sure.
We're just the best, and we're the coolest, and we have the most fun. But every like company get together, at some point in the thing, we have from some inside joke will come some kind of wardrobe or shirt or something that will all like roll up into like a big company like full meeting with all dressed the same for one reason or another. Mm-hmm. And of course, we did something like that again this year, but it wasn't as obvious that it was a thing because... So, I guess the story behind it is, at some point, we all got access to some kind of AI headshot generator to, like, make pictures, selfies, or whatever, professional headshots. And we all did those, and... but as part of it, it also like generated some pictures that you could use on like dating profiles, and it put all the guys in like these green silk shirts, like sitting at a bar looking all real cool, and all the women in like these like black turtlenecks. Like it just, I don't know. It was a funny joke inside the team, and they decided we wanted to recreate that. So our big boss got us all like matching guys' green silk looking shirts, like dress shirts, and all the women in the black turtlenecks. Where in the past what we've worn is just more outrageous, like silly t-shirts or this or that. And because we all just look fairly professional, just dressed the same, it didn't have the effect that we really usually try to get out of people. When we get to Bucky's, we get to the area of the store where they have the Bucky's beaver onesies, like in adult sizes. And my boss was just like, okay, we're bringing it back, or we're rolling it back. Everybody get a onesie, and we're all going to go into the meetings tomorrow. It's like Bucky's Beavers.
How big is the team?
About 10 people.
Cool.
About 5 of us agreed to do this, me being one of them, because they did have some in my size, especially because I've gotten smaller. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. So it ended up being like about 5, maybe 6 of us that did it. And we all got the onesies, and then like the next morning, like we all like meet up at my big boss's room to like go down the elevator all together, and then into the breakfast hall where everybody's doing their thing.
Good job, Kelley.
And that was pretty hilarious.
Nice.
I should be wearing that onesie right now. Like, this is about the only time, because it's a warm thing. Like, it'll warm you up. But yeah, that was silly. But yeah, the Buc-ee's trip for some of the people, it was just like, they're like, okay, this makes sense why this was a thing. Like, they just couldn't understand going into it. Like, why are we going to a gas station? But like, when we were waiting for the Uber, they're like, okay, we get it for sure.
It's like H-E-B is a grocery store. Okay.
I think it's even different than that, like, to another level.
Mm-hmm.
But that was fun. I enjoyed that very much.
My People Love Buc-ee's tie-in. I run you were in it this year. That fantasy football league for my Facebook friends, and they, there's like cash prize involved. But then I also send out a gift from Texas, and it's always Buc-ee's something. So it's been they have like little pouches of like gold. There's really like gum in like a Buc-ee's bag, and then like I don't know, little Buc-ee's treats. But that's from your commissioner here in Texas.
Yeah.
And they like it.
But I guess the whole reason I brought up that Buc-ee's adventure part was because talking about what I ate, I didn't get any food from there that night because we just had Benihana and I'd eaten a ton. But on my way out of town, I had to go by that exact same Buc-ee's again, and I was like, we had morning sessions and then we broke at noon, so I was hungry. It was lunchtime, and I was like, I'm gonna get something on the way out. And I was like, what do I want to get? I was like, I'm gonna get a barbecue sandwich from Buc-ee's. So I stopped at Buc-ee's again. It was crazy busy for a Friday at like noon, but it got me a nice sliced beef sandwich and some Buc-ee's potato chips and fountain drink, and it was delicious.
Excellent.
I think it's the only time I've eaten in my car, which is rare for me. I used to be a big car eater.
Yeah.
Don't do that so much anymore. I also figured out, I just realized that in like 2 weeks is the 1 year anniversary of my car.
Nice.
So that's pretty fun.
Time flies.
I just got it inspected and registered again because it was good through the end of February, but I don't know, the other day I knew that I needed to go get it inspected at some point to get it registered, and to be honest, I hadn't gotten a car inspected in quite some time because my last car, it had been a few years since I had gotten that inspected and registered, then I got rid of it. So I've been out of the game, so I didn't know exactly what to expect with the whole situation, but the other day I was saw my brother after work one day, and I was like, I was just thinking about it as I was leaving my brother. I was like, I wonder if the inspection place is busy. And I just look on Google, and it's like less busy than normal. And I was like, okay, we'll drive up to it, and if it looks like it's gonna take a while, then I'll just come back on the weekend. I get there, there's only one person there, and they're leaving as I'm pulling in, and I've never been to one like this, but I didn't even have to get out of my car. Like, I just pulled into a bay. They opened my door. They plugged in a thing. They started doing some checks around the car. And they're like, okay, you passed. And they're like, do you want to get your sticker here too? And I didn't even know they could do that.
Your registration sticker?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Like, I thought you had to, like, go somewhere else, whatever, send away, or have
online.
Yeah. But they're like, no, you just pay for it here. And so I paid for it, and they handed me my registration and the new sticker just right then and there. So 10 out of 10. Like, I was there literally less than 5 minutes, and got it inspected and my actual physical sticker, and I've already put it on, and now it's 2 of 27. So over a year of goodness from this sticker.
That's good.
That's pretty sweet. And I don't know when the last time you have to get an inspection or where you go, but I went to that. It's like a little inspection place right by, like, the Sonic that's right on the 45 feeder just east of 35.
Yep, I've been there. Yeah, our registrations are in August, so usually so the thing why we wouldn't do it that way is we always get the oil changed when we get our inspection. And I suspect you're still doing an oil change through the dealership?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll keep it in mind. I've used it before.
I don't know. It was just like ridiculously easy, like, and fast. But I'm gonna have to take my car into the dealership here fairly soon for its 30,000 mile maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a few key things that need to happen at that time, like they need to inspect my transmission fluid and possibly change that along with some other stuff, and then another oil change.
Ash's car is over 150,000 miles.
That's so many miles.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for a car like that.
I ask her every so often, like, you ready for a new car? And she just genuinely, earnestly loves that car.
Have y'all gotten your cars washed recently?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. I don't know if I ended up... I know I brought this up to y'all, like, as a potential thing to do, but I don't know if I ever shared the after whatever, but I was trying to get y'all to all go with me and we could do a group car wash situation.
Yeah.
Like, roll up together. I ended up going and washing my car. Did I tell you about it? I went to a wash yourself place on, I guess it's Grand Avenue Parkway, like, between Black Locust or whatever and 35. It's over there. It was a lot of fun. It was very busy when I went, and I got real nervous because, like, when I got in the bay, like, we all had to, like, wait behind somebody because it was so busy.
Yeah.
But when I finally get in, this, like, super nice old school Cadillac comes up that, like, is like, they really take care of that car, and, like, they're gonna be judging me, and this is the first time I've done this since I was, like, a kid. So I was trying to figure stuff out as I went. But it was pretty fun. Definitely would want to do it again.
That's a running joke on the Pflugerville Facebook pages. It's like, what's being built here? Another car wash. There's so many of them, and they're always all in use. And it's like, I don't know what's going on there, but good on them.
People love washing their cars, apparently, and I never understood it, but now I kind of do. Like, it was a very, like, almost therapeutic, like, just kind of bonding with the car, and I definitely, like, I found a few other little imperfections that I had never noticed before just because I was so in tune, like, looking at every single square inch of the car and this and that. And there also is, like, that sense of pride, like, just getting it real clean, like, yeah, that's my car. One thing I did dislike about the place, and I think it is just kind of how it is for most all the places, and I have to adjust, but, like, the main washing bay, I could pay with a card and whatever, charge me for whatever, and great. But then, like, after you pull into the vacuuming and finishing bay, and that only took quarters, so I couldn't vacuum my car there. Which I came home and I used, Jer has a shop vac, and I used that, and that did most of it, but the nozzle on the shop vac here is just too big to get in some of the crevices, and I need one of those, like, thin ones that, like, they have at the car wash places, so I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to get some quarters.
You didn't have any that were like that?
I mean, he had one, but it was more like a floor kind of thing that was, like, a foot wide, which is way too wide. Like, I need something that's, like, 4 inches wide and, like, an inch or less.
I might be able to help you.
Yeah, and I also got this new car air freshener for my thing. Because I found this other company, like... So I really... Again, back to this candle. I wish I could have this scent everywhere in my life, like, everywhere I go. And they do have car air fresheners of this scent, but they're, like, the hang down from the mirror kind. Right. And I'm not a big fan of those. I want, like, a vent clip kind of one. And they don't have any of those with this company, but there's... So this is by Magic Candle Company. There's another company called Fantasy Fragrance Company. That's basically the exact same thing.
Fantasy Fragrance Factory, come on.
But they have, like, a wilderness resort scent as well, and they have these cool little vent clips that have, like, they're real sleek looking things, and then there's just a really small little, like, Disney Castle on it, just to give it that little bit of branding, but otherwise it's just like super sleek and black and just small and blends in.
Excellent.
But I got one of those along with their Wilderness Resort scent, and while the scent does smell good, it's nothing like this scent.
Oh, okay.
So that's a bummer. It's a big bummer too, because if it smelled really good and like similar to this, I was ready to go in. Like, they have this really somewhat expensive car diffuser, like electronic thing that like you put in oil into it and it like puffs out and stuff and really makes it smell good. I've been in some Ubers that have had like a diffuser like that in there to make it smell real fancy. Like really, really nice. I was like, I will drop a ton of money on that to like have my car smelling good all the time, but I just don't think the fragrance is what I want, and I need Magic Candle Company to step up their car diffuser game, because I'd pay a lot of money to get the smell in my car all the time and not have to have that hangy down one. But yeah. This is probably the single most I've ever talked on a podcast we've done.
I think so. I'm into it.
I mean, I don't normally have a lot to talk about. We haven't even talked about football and where we're at in the NFL world.
We have not. I'll piggyback the women in leadership is superior. I just did my last week of Executive Leadership Academy, which has been going on since like the end of summer. There's a graduation thing in February, but out of 36 of us, there's probably like 6 guys.
Yeah.
And in my group of 6, I'm the only guy, and definitely, if not the youngest, definitely the youngest, like, in career. So it's not just my agency, it's like 2 other agencies. And at my table, there's probably 2 people that could be like a commissioner or associate commissioner of like the work that they do someday. Like very high performing individuals. And then my mentor has been the commissioner of our agency. A woman. Amazing. We had lunch this week with the commissioner of another one of the agencies. A doctor, a woman, amazing. And you mentioned your boss and your boss's boss. It's the exact same for me. Like, our chief data officer is a guy, but the chief data officer who hired me, amazing woman. And I think it really, really helps with the culture, because we do talk a lot about like empathy and psychological safety, and how and in this ELA course, this has been like not a theme, but it comes up over and over again of like the workforce where everybody was on a floor and the boss was in an office behind a glass window, and you didn't want to go into the boss's office, and you didn't want the boss to come out of their office. That's like well in the past. Yeah. And we've been in a workforce situation where you want people to take risks. You want people to try things for the first time. And that requires like a different psychology than that previous example, where like you keep your head down, you do what you're supposed to do. Now we're trying to like have individual contributors be like, I have an idea. And that requires like vulnerability. It requires, and that I want to be sexist, but like it does seem like the women are better at that. Of just being
1,000%.
Like, try and fail, it's fine. And so just super impressed with the whole Executive Leadership Academy experience in general, but like my people individually, and like, oh, like these people are gonna be like in the news in a good way. Yeah. And networking has always been like, it's what you know, but it's also who you know. And I feel like really good about like, assuming this is like year 2 of what will be like a 12, 15, 20 year thing that I'm doing. It's like, got a good start to my Rolodex. And happy about that. And then, we haven't done this pod in a little bit. This yesterday I was at a birthday party for my nephew on Ashley's side, and it was Wild and 3 instead of Wild and Free, and it was
Young, Wild, and...
Yeah, Young, Wild and 3. And I had a shirt that was like a monkey's uncle.
I saw that. I got a good giggle out of that.
Okay, so you did see some photos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, grand decoration and
the cake.
A great time. Yeah. Did you see the balloon arch?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
How could I not see the balloon arch? That was a glorious balloon arch.
Glorious. So that was cool. But then the weekend before that, we didn't get to catch up. I forget what was Saturday.
Other Christmas?
No, Sunday was what you've been calling Abomination Christmas.
Yeah.
I forget why I couldn't get together Saturday. But yeah, that was. I made a brisket. I really, really honed in that brisket. And the last 2 briskets, so I did that one and did the one for like Christmas proper, and they've both been the most stressful briskets. Because I've been doing that thing that you said of like leave it on...
Cold smoke it?
Yeah. I've been doing that for like hour and a half. And then I got these new meat probes for my birthday. And when the Traeger says 225, it's actually much closer to like 200 or like even 190. And then similarly when it says 250, and whatever the temperature probe is in there, I'm sure it's reading accurately, but it's like on the side where the heat like comes up, and the temperature probes... You stick them in, and yeah, obviously the tip of it is telling you the temperature inside the meat, but it also has a reader on the outside of it that tells you the ambient temperature, like around literally the meat.
Right.
So it's not telling me my Traeger is broken. It's telling me like these years that you've been doing smoking, you've been thinking it's this temperature. Really, around the meat specifically, it's this other temperature. And I don't know. I mean, that shouldn't. So nothing's really changed.
Right.
But for whatever reason, the last 2 smokes, and I think because of the cold smoking, I'm used to. It'll race up. It'll get up to 155, 160 after like 5-7 hours of smoking, and then I wrap it, and then it stalls at 170 or like 175 for who knows how long.
Right.
And it just hasn't been doing that. It's been. I'll like start it at 6 or 7. And do a cold smoke for like an hour and a half, and then let another hour and a half go by, like 2 or like 3 hours have gone by, and then I start spritzing. And I'll just basically go to midnight, because then it's like, I'm going to go to sleep. And it doesn't get up to like that one, it doesn't race up to like 150 temperature. And at like 5 in the morning, both times, it'll be like 150, 155, but it's like 5 in the morning. I'm trying to be done at like 9:30 or 10. So like, time to fucking wrap this thing. And then I wrap it, and I'll bump up the temperature, but not to like 300, from like 225 to like 250. And then I'm like, there's no way this is going to end in time. For the Christmas proper one, I drafted a text to my brothers, in like the brothers chat, of being like, I'm sorry guys, we're going to be late. But I didn't send it. And it just works out. Like, finishes at 9:30 on the dot like it's supposed to. But that's like 4.5 hours from wrap to finishing, and there's like no stall in there. And it seems like it's like all this the very slow build up to 155. I guess that's helping somehow. Can't explain.
It honestly, there might be something in the cold smoking process too, because even though it's a cold smoke, like smoke does affect proteins in meat. So maybe it does like almost like a tenderizing process. It starts breaking stuff down to where it won't hit that stall like you normally would see it if you treated it normally.
Yeah. But either way, they've been the 2 best briskets that have been done. So really thrilled about that. Yeah. So that's been work for me. Let me check my notes. I did have talking about football on here. Anthony Abomination. Texas played it too.
Yep, play the Patriots. Let's see what the weather's looking like in Foxborough. I know there was talks of it being a snowy game. But that was a couple days ago. Let's see where we're at.
Last night. I mean, the week before we didn't talk about the wild card. This has been such a great playoffs. Like the Jags Bills, that was an amazing game.
Yep.
Chicago.
Yeah.
That's
Green
cool.
Bay.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, all of the games have been exciting to watch. Like, yesterday's Bills-Broncos game was an instant classic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, what happened there is so wild. The Broncos end up winning, but on, like, the second to last play, their quarterback breaks his ankle, and he's getting surgery on Tuesday now or something, and he's out for the season.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so now they're going into the AFC Championship game with backup quarterback.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking because they did everything right. They got the first round bye. They had the best record. They were going to make teams come to them.
Yeah. But
Bills presumably could have won that game if it was in Buffalo.
yeah. So that, I mean, honestly, I'm for whatever reason I'm not a fan of the Bills, or I mean the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of okay, especially because now if the Texans can get through New England today, they'll have to go play Denver in Denver for the AFC Championship. So that'll make that game easier for us if they don't have their star quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to get through New England today. I did look, and it looks like probably around halftime it's going to start snowing some there. But yeah, that's the. I mean, it's exciting that we're close to it, and hopefully CJ shows up. He hasn't really been himself the last couple of games. If he can come and play like himself, I think we'll be okay. Because our defense is firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah.
We are the talk of the town in terms of like defenses.
And defense travels, as some of the McAfee folks have been saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's harder to complete the passes and all of that when it's cold and snowy, but I think defense typically stays good.
That's one thing too that I just love that McAfee has said multiple times on his show, how like when the Texans comes to you to play, they're inherently going to bring out the boos from the home crowd because they're going to make the home team look ridiculous, and the home crowd is going to hate it because
they want to be entertained.
Yeah.
There's nothing happening.
Yeah. So, I mean, we ended Mike Tomlin's career as a coach. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Now John Harbaugh is now head coach of the Giants.
Yeah.
Stefanski just got hired as the Falcons coach. I don't know. It's really exciting.
Ash was talking about how like she doesn't know how she can keep doing fantasy with all these changes, and I was like, it's always been there.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I had a good little run in the early days of the league, and that's when I won my championships. And then it just seemed like there was a point where things changed so much that I just haven't caught up to it yet.
We were saying you play the regular season of fantasy for the right to be one of the last six, and then you're just rolling the dice.
Yeah. There's a ton of luck involved in fantasy. Like, I'd almost say it's like 51% luck, if not more. Like, it's more luck than not.
I think you can get into the postseason not making mistakes, but then yeah, it is once you're one of the final four, final six. It is just like, who knows?
Yeah.
Somebody's supposed to play, not play. Somebody's supposed to. You leave them on the bench and they get like 30 points.
One thing that kind of is lame too this year, like I think this is the third year in a row now that an old boss I used to work with, he runs like weekly DraftKings fantasy games. And typically, like, I've been playing with him for, this is the third year now. The first 2 years, I won multiple weeks and definitely, like, netted more money from the league than I put into it. Or into the whatevers. I didn't win a single time this year. And, I mean, I guess there's still one going on this week, but I don't know how I'm doing. Which I guess I still can potentially get some money back because they're $5 a week to play, And then if you win one, you win like $60 or $70 because there's a good number of people in it. But usually I'm good for at least two wins. Oh my god, I'm in 11th of 12 places right now. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I mentioned before, I think I have the Yahoo 10 team half PPR. I think I've got that down. But our leagues are so different than that.
Yeah. Well,
my home league that I'm commissioner of is the most difficult league that I'm in. You2 this year.
Yep. Good
but that's,
stuff.
I think it's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. We got the Rams playing the Bears tonight. Ash is really excited for that one.
I guess I've just been so locked in on the Texans. Like while we were just talking, like I was like, who's the night game tonight? I was like, Rams, yes. Who's the other team that made? I couldn't just remember, so I just looked it up and I was like, oh, it's the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost to the point where I'm not actively rooting against the Bears.
Yeah.
So, especially versus the Rams. I mean, the only thing I like about the Rams is they have Blake Corum.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of him just because I watched him at Michigan and he was amazing at Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I have no real reason to root for the Rams. And it's hard for me to root for any LA team just because. Although Shohei makes me root for the Dodgers a lot.
You saw the Dodgers got Kyle Tucker.
Did they?
Yes! There's all these memes of like just the Dodgers just being unstoppable, unbeatable. You gotta play the games, but yeah, they got Kyle Tucker.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, good for them. I mean, that's one thing, I guess, even though as an Astros fan, I can't hardly root for the Dodgers just because there's some bad blood there, but at least we're not in the same league. Like, we're American League, they're national. So there is a little bit of a separation.
You want to do another fantasy baseball points league?
Yeah.
You want to try and bring more people, or you just wanted you and me?
Just us.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. We could... I think we talked to Corey about it, and I think he said he tried one time, and it was just like, no, this isn't it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he'd want to do it, but I don't know. I mean, I'll definitely do it. I just don't know how much I'll invest in it, or like, it's definitely going to be one of those kind of situations where I just kind of set my lineup for the first half of the year, and I'll check back after the All-Star break.
Yeah. Have you been keeping up with fantasy basketball?
Yeah, I'm not doing bad there. I can't seem to get into like the top 4. I've been sitting at 5 forever, and like 3, 4, and 5 all have the same records, but
It's got to be Corey, Jamie, Amanda.
I haven't looked at it within the last couple days, but yeah, like I'm gonna win this week against the Summoning Squad, whoever that is. But where are we at now? You're undefeated.
Yeah.
And have got more points by the next closest person has like 1,500 less points than you.
I mean, yeah. That actually, week 2 or 3, I played Corey, and I had to make some moves and sacrifice some people to beat Corey. And I'm so glad I did, because the 15-0 looks a lot better than the 14-0 would.
I mean, you're 12-0.
What?
But yeah, it's Corey and Jamie are 3rd and 4th, and I'm 5th, and we all have the same records, but they just have slightly more points than I do. But I'm going to be winning this week. Are they going to win this week? Let's see. All matchups. Corey's going to win. There's a definite drop-off of, like, after me, basically, everyone else is pretty trash, and it's, like, almost guaranteed wins if you're playing them, and then if it's the top 5 of us going against each other, then it's going to be close.
There's someone on there that's 0-12. And then the guy who's, like, IR in his name.
Rocked by IR.
I traded him twice, and it's always, like, 2-for-1s.
Mm-hmm.
And now... Like, I've improved his roster so much that he started winning games.
Well, at this point this week, everybody who should win is going to win. Like, all the higher ranked teams. Like, I'm gonna win. Corey's gonna win. He's playing a 2-10 team. Jamie's gonna beat a 4-8 team. the 10-2 team, whoever it is sitting in second. Who is this?
Is it Cunningham's War Pigs? That's Amanda.
Okay. How is she so good at all fantasy sports?
All fantasy, yeah. You remember me asking Corey and Jamie that?
No.
When we were in Minnesota, I was like, "What's up with her?" And they were like, "Man."
Is that the only explanation they gave, or did
they were just like, "She's freakishly good. It's inexplicable." Fantasy specifically.
And then the 6-6 guy.
Well, so what I remember of it is both of them because they were next to each other, and just Corey like, "Man," and Jamie like, but they were both on the same page of like, how does she do it?
Yeah. So at some point I'm gonna need somebody ahead of me to lose, and really not you or the second guy, because catching up with y'all is gonna be tricky.
But this is going to be just like all fantasy sports. Of like, presumably I'll get into the postseason, and then like week 1, some nonsense will happen. The nonsense that's been happening this week is Jusuf Nurkic. 3 games in a row, no injury designation, no game time decision, so I can't put him in IR or anything, and just doesn't play any minutes. And Yahoo doesn't say anything about it, and the team's not saying anything about it. And you go and be like, "Is this guy about to be traded?" And they're like, "Nope." I hope he ends up traded somewhere, but we'll see.
Okay, so I'm looking at my schedule moving forward for the rest of fantasy basketball, and we're finishing up week 13. Weeks 14, 15, 16, 17, I'm all playing really horrible teams and should be able to win all of those. Week 18, I'll play Corey. Week 19, I'll play Amanda. And then week 20, I get the Ofer team. And then it's playoffs. So, I don't know. Hopefully there can be... Corey and Jamie need to play each other. When does that happen?
So I'm in the opposite situation the next 2 weeks. I got Corey and Amanda back to back. And then a non-playing, and then Dwayne LeBron Johnson. It'd probably be Brad. Brad's in here somewhere.
How do I look where... Okay, this is what we want.
I got Jamie in there. Alright. So I got like 4 participants, 2 non-participants.
Okay, here we go. This is what I need. Week 15. In 2 weeks, Corey and Jamie play each other. Very good, because one of them's going to have to lose. I mean, I guess technically they could tie, but... Alright, that's good to know. Whatever, the top 6 make it into the playoffs, so as long as I can kind of stay about where I'm at, I'll be okay. Get in there. Hopefully just don't have to play you in the first round. That's still like 2 months away.
I got Noki team. He's alright. He gets the job done.
Oh, Nathan. Whatever. There's no way you're going to dominate all the way to a championship. Something's going to happen to you, and you're going to fall. So, I'm just biding my time. But, yeah. I heard that there was a very small possibility that we might see y'all for the Texans game today.
Possibility. Maybe just the second half. We'll see.
I mean...
Ashley is awake right now, so we could be in the gym sooner than later.
That would be pretty... We haven't had a hangout, it feels like. Did we hang out last week? No. We haven't hung out since... before we recorded the last podcast, I think. And then next weekend, Jeremy.
Yeah, we hung out last week, last Friday, because we did the. I was on your side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
But we're not hanging out next week.
No, because Jared and I are going to L.A.
Mm-hmm.
The city of angels.
Presumably not on fire right now.
And I can now look far, or we're close enough now that on the 10-day forecast I can look at the weather and see the weather for the whole trip. And I mean, given it might change, but as of now, highs range from 68 to 72 and mostly sunny, if not fully sunny the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty perfect. So that should be pretty cool.
Sweet.
I think we might be seeing our old friend Abby. Her and her beau maybe drive up to meet us. Because they live in California, out in the desert. So that'll be cool. I gotta... You must own an iron. Do you own an iron? Like a clothes iron?
No, it's funny because I want an iron.
Nobody has one. Like, I don't have one. Jared doesn't have one. My brother doesn't have one. You don't. I was sure you would have one.
I should have one. I don't.
That's wild because I gotta put the patch on my shirt for my themed shirt I'm wearing for going out there. But when I was talking to Jeremy about it, like, he did some Googling and apparently you can like use just heat up a cast iron skillet.
Oh God! Just get a steamy shower and just put it on a hanger.
Well, no, it says that.
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of shirts.
Yeah, no, not to take out wrinkles. I gotta
yeah.
apply a patch. It's an iron-on patch.
Use a cast iron skillet.
I mean, apparently it's just a hot piece of metal then, which is what an iron turns out to be.
Just get all the particulate out of the bottom, I guess.
Well, no, like, apparently you have to... You put, like, parchment paper in between
Okay.
the patch and the skillet.
Like you would with an iron.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So nothing would get on it. So I might do that today.
I don't know why I started thinking you were, like, ironing a shirt with the cast iron. Like, don't do that.
No, I definitely am a big steamy shower wrinkle guy, and then also just I've never, like, even if a shirt is wrinkled, when I put it on, and like especially if it's one I tuck in, like, those wrinkles will come out fairly quick. It won't stay wrinkled.
I've done so much, like, traveling and, like, life in hotels. Mm-hmm. Like, ironing a shirt is like a ritual or like a comforting thing for me, like a thing that you do in the morning while the news is on. You wait for your coffee to make you poop, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I really don't want to buy an iron just to iron on one patch, so I think I'm gonna go with the cast iron skillet situation. Because Jared just got a new one, like a smaller one. It'll be pretty perfect, and it's not super dirty, so keep you updated on that.
Good.
But otherwise, yeah. Fortunately, we will not be talking next weekend, so there is going to be another week break, but I am going to make a point to get this up this afternoon and not let it dawdle. Sometimes I don't post for days, if not even like a full week. But I'll get this up today.
Cool. Well, if we're going to come over, I should get over there.
Yeah, I know. Jerry and I are planning to get lunch somewhere of his choosing, and he is very much in agreement. We have to be back here and ready by kickoff. So,
sweet.
Go get to that. But yeah, thank you all so much for listening. We're super grateful. Again, I cannot say enough thanks for this candle. It's been rocking it for this whole podcast. And we love y'all very much, and we'll talk to you next time.
Love you guys. Bye.